My name is Lauren Adams from WLKY, and on behalf of LMPD and their Victim Service Unit, we want to welcome you here tonight. In recognition of National Crime Victims' Rights Week, the unit wanted to honor victims and their loved ones. Tonight, if you haven't already, this is a chance to go over and pick up a runner's bib. You can decorate it however you see fit. A name, a date, artwork. Tonight is about you and the memory of those most important to you. There's also a chance to check out some of the awesome men and women of LMPD and the animals as well. There's the Bomb Squad, our mounted patrol. You see those beautiful horses over there. And of course, Leo, a therapy dog who in recent weeks spent time with survivors and family members of the old national team. In just a minute, we will hear from the major of the Major Crimes Unit and also our mayor. But first, we want to let you know a little bit more about tonight. Rain is coming. Jay Cardosi tells me as much. That's what Jay says. I choose to believe it. So I'm going to keep this short. We will take a half-mile walk here along the waterfront and also release flowers into the Ohio. Our hope is that these small acts give you peace and let victims know who you are and that you are seen. And to the families left behind, we want to assure you that your loved ones will always be remembered. It has been a very tough few weeks here in Louisville, but what played out Monday morning in a bank conference room or what hundreds witnessed that Saturday in a park is not who we are. This is, and tonight we celebrate you and your strength. Please join me in welcoming the major of the Major Crimes Unit, Matt Major. That's a mouthful.
All right, well, thank you. I'm Matt Mayer, like she said, the major of the Major Crimes Division. I have several units, but one of my units that I'm here to kind of celebrate and talk about is the Victim Services Unit. Sometimes we say that victims don't have a voice, and I told Nicole, who's the director of our Victim Services Unit, that I don't have a voice tonight, but I'm going to try to get through this because I think it's important for us to be here to talk about the amazing work that they do, and give you a little background about how they started and where we're at now today. In 2016, we started a unit of one. It was just Nicole. She is now the director. She built this unit, and now we have 15 victim specialists that work in this unit. And I know you're not supposed to have favorites, but our favorite is Leo, the therapy dog. Ever since Leo's been on board, it's been great. And their mission, just so everybody knows, is they want to impact the community in a positive way by helping victims and witnesses of crime. They help in reducing violent crime in my eyes because they keep every victim that they can engaged in the process, engaged in the investigation, and then engaged in the prosecution. So the more that the victim is engaged throughout the entire process helps us keep bad people off the street. So their job, and we saw it come to light, what we just mentioned a little bit ago about the two unfortunate events in our community, which two mass shootings was just a very dark time, right, for our city. But I will say that the Victim Services Unit, and they're standing over here, they shined brightly in that dark time. Yeah. And I can't, it's hard to me, for me to envision when I was a police officer on the street, we didn't have any kind of victim services. Victims, they were a victim of a crime and detectives would follow up, but the services now that they render to our victims is astounding. You talk about a crime scene that's happened, and now you've got an advocate there that's not only now showing up to scenes. They used to wait and come the day after, but now they're showing up to the scenes, and they're working with detectives and meeting the families at the scene. And you think about that, just the level that the comfort that they give and the support that they give to the victims there, and helping them clean up that scene if they need help, helping them with funeral services, helping them with getting family in town, helping them with calling school, calling work, the things that we don't think about that they help these victims get through, and it really is impactful. I hear all kinds of compliments all the time that people that have been a victim of crime, that have dealt with our victim services unit, they are astounded by the amount of care that we give them and how we help them through the process. So, one thing that is also truly amazing is how far LMPD has come in this endeavor for helping victims. Like I said, when I was, a patrol officer, we didn't have this level of service, and now we do. And hopefully we can continue to grow and help more victims as we do now. So I'm very proud to stand here in front of you to showcase their unit, and I'm proud of the work they do, and I can tell you that they are a unit that genuinely cares about the victims of crime in this community, and they are truly making a difference in their lives. So I look around, I see a bunch of partners here, so thank everybody for coming out. I know the rain's coming in, but I just want to say thank you again. Everybody's got busy schedules, but you're all here in support of all the victims of our community. So I appreciate that. And with that, I would like to introduce the mayor of our great city, Mayor Greenberg.
Thank you very much, Major, and to everyone from LMPD in our community who's with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I stand here with you tonight as a citizen of Louisville who knows the incredibly important work that everyone in the Victim Services team does for those who have experienced gun violence and other violent crimes here in our city. I stand before you tonight as a survivor of a violent crime who personally benefited from the work that each and every one of you do every day. For that, my colleagues, my family, and I are eternally grateful. We learned firsthand the important work that the members of the LMPD Victim Services team do for people like me who far too often have experienced gun violence in our city. And I'm also proud to stand with you here tonight as mayor of Louisville, as someone who just came from delivering my first budget address, my first proposed budget to the Metro Council. And in that budget, I proposed a significant increase to hire more people to be part of the Victim Services team, in particular, to hire people from families who have experienced violent crime in their own families, who know what that experience feels like and is like, so that they can help other families who unfortunately we know will also experience violent crime in our future or have experienced it in our past. We are going to work day and night to reduce the amount of violent crime in our city. But until that day happens when we can celebrate no more violent crime in Louisville, our administration will continue to work with everyone in the Victim Services team to ensure that you have the resources and support that you all need so you can do the amazing, helpful, caring, and supportive work to help families in need, families who have been impacted by violent crime. Thank you all so much, and I'm proud to call you my colleague.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. At this point, we want to do what we came here to do. We want to honor our victims and also give survivors, the loved ones, a chance to remember their most special family members. So if you'll join me, and I think it's probably good, I see a lot of little kids over here. Maybe the kids want to lead our walk. We're going to start over here. down there and drop it in the water.
So you have the choice in the game. She's like, why are you careful about me? Yeah, y'all. Don't do it. Wait. You gonna line it up? Wait, y'all. Not yet.
2, 3.
We love you.